live. Alrighty then. Good morning, country lady. It's a good thing you're here. This morning what I'm doing is I'm putting out drills for tungsten, going to do a few other little things. I'm building water purification systems like the big ones. So when you're here tomorrow, we can start purifying water. A new update just came out for this, and they have the last 2 new areas in the update, and that's 1.6.06. Hello, Darlene. And while I'm here where the tungsten is just laying on the ground, I'm going to get some. Or I thought I was. That is just almost looks like silicone. Yeah, on this whole giant map, this is the only place that you can mine for tungsten. Deanna and Shaman are having high-level discussions in my Discord about snow. Country lady, you're better about keeping your game updated than I am. Let's be blunt. Why are we still having toxins down here? Well, this is... And it might be from the water, because you're supposed to water purify so much stuff. Blah, blah, blah. Another tungsten. And the reason why I'm looking for tungsten is the water collectors require tungsten rod, and tungsten rod is 8 tungsten, and I want to say 1 mushroom or 1 purification gel. I'm just wondering why this is saying it's got toxins in it when we pretty much cleaned this place up. And I think it's the water. I really do, where the water is still green. Unless they changed it, the water shouldn't show up as a toxin. I didn't think anyway. Well, toxic water extracted 0 of 100. So they've added that you've got to deal with so much water. There is another tungsten. And another one. Look behind you. I will go back and look here in just a second. Piece of goo under the edge of the container behind you. Ah. Yeah, That's set to ship everything. Well, that's stuff that we did. I'm sure I'm missing it. Because this thing lags so bad, it's be hard to know. However, let's get what I came for at the very least. Silicone. Oh, there's one. Ah, I see it. But that wasn't why I streamed this morning. I'm wanting to get enough tungsten to build a bunch of water purification, and then tomorrow we'll put a bunch of water purification out. The big uns. Oh, it's okay, country lady. I found it, and that was all that mattered. Silicone. Everything's got that green hue about it over here, so it makes it look to me like silicone and tungsten are the same stuff until you get right up on it. Yep. Started early, blurg on you. Well, you know I do. The only time I've ever started late was when I was having technical difficulties. If I didn't start early, you'd go, "What's wrong with Johnny?" And I'm going to go back and build a tier 2 storage, probably a couple of them, for tungsten. And an auto crafter that I can turn them into rods immediately. Hello, Mayhem. How are you, sir? Okay, let's look at some numbers. Purification is at 180. Global purification planet purification is 81%. Toxic area information rocket. Think I might build that. They're up to 2,000 areas of toxic goo and have added a couple more areas to be cleaned. Tungsten rod, a pristine mushroom, a compass, and a rocket engine. That's down to almost nothing, and I'll take some of this less good food. Boy, we got seeds till hell won't have it. Toxic area information. Tier 1 goo cleaning. Nah, we're already up to Tier 4. Just let me say this, TGI. This is the TGI Friday ever. I understand that. Happy it's Friday. Happy you're happy it's Friday. Okie dokie. Let me do a couple of things here. That's going to be super alloy and a circuit board. 2 super alloys and a circuit board. And I already have the stuff to build some water purification, but oh, come on. Come on. There we go. Demand tungsten. Demand. Oh, nope, that wasn't tungsten. That was selenium that I just selected. I'll have to fix that. Yeah, tungsten rod is 8 tungsten and a toxin. And we're all but out of toxins. And to make Yeah, we are out of toxins. I was making stuff that required them. So, now let me see here. Let me move that over here where there's toxic water. Oh, we've already got some over here. Alrighty then. Whoop, come on now. Up, up. Oh, wrong way. Should have deconstructed that, but I didn't. I think I'm going to fly up here, jump in this train, get a little oxygen, and then fly. Oh, there's just all kinds of good stuff in there. Can't deconstruct that, so that makes sense. Zero of 125. Yeah, okay. There's got to be an easier way to fly and drink at the same time. me see. Okay, we've got water coming in and we've got water going out. I can't remember how to get the toxins though. Personal back, sorry, I had to get the coffee started. I understand that. Yeah, I've got my 2 cups of coffee sitting right here by me. Space suits. We've got purified water all over the place. Tree seeds, bark, food seeds. This controller has about had it. Whew. Goo cleaning microchip. Well, I'm sorry that you've been sick. That ain't no good. Let me see if I'm spelling this right. Tungsten. Okay, have we gotten everything out of here? Yes. Well, hold it. I could have... No, let's not do that. That's messy. I was getting ready to make that a dump chest, but I've already made a second dump chest. And I'm going to need a rocket engine of some kind. Let me go back out here and get this toxic area information rocket up. Okay, have I got a mushroom on me? No, I do not. But I know where to get them. Got that. And the compass is going to be something simple. Silicone, magnesium, 2 aluminum. titanium. And it's full. Come on. Boy, my controller is, oof. Yeah. So sick that you can't listen to music. Yeah. I admit, I don't listen to music because it all sounds like ever-loving noise to me. With my hearing aids in or out, doesn't really matter. It all sounds bad. Aha. Look at that big rod of tungsten, would you? And there we go. Oh, look at that. Got toxic symbols where the areas are still toxic. Very neat. I have to say, I like that mechanic. That, quite cool. You are not being a pest, and I hate to tell you, other than what I just turned up on my headset, it's turned up, unfortunately. I will try to remember to talk louder. Yeah, I like that. Okay, I'm getting ready to die right here, standing in the base. Is that another tungsten? Yes, it is. Let me dump one of those. Okay. And I am going to make another storage for purified water. Right up by the door, because we've got to have that purified water going someplace, but it doesn't fill you up as much as water coming out of one of the water collectors does. Well, I just screwed that up. Peppermint Mocha Creamery is the bomb, just saying. Yes, I'm also fond of Italian cream and French vanilla. Country Lady, we now have 10 Tier 2 drones. Let me see, what else have we got back here? We got nothing coming into there. I think I'm going to make a toxin. There's toxic goo. No, I don't want to change the text. I want to get into the darn thing. Or as my niece says, candy bar in a cup. There's truth to that. Oh, we've already got a toxin. Well, let's just plop another one down here. No, you're not going to let me put that there, are you? Yep, you will. Yeah, I'm cheating a bit. If there's nothing else, I'll drink caramel macchiato, I gotta say. Full. Turn that off, and this is full too. Well, nope. You've got dump chest. Don't do that. You dummy. Don't know that I'm going to do anything with that one, but it's there. Let's do this first, or it'll start filling up before I'm ready. Well, what was tapping to beat the band. And nothing was happening. Hershey syrup cream sweetener until they invented these. That's still a good fallback and cost about the same. Oh my Lord, I couldn't eat that much sugar. I'd be so sick. Yeah, I've got to get back on the diet bandwagon. I've started gaining weight again. I'm eating too much ice cream. I admit it, it's a weakness. We've got a fair amount of that. I've tried using stevia, and I just don't care for it. And yes, I did spell that wrong. Why, if you've got that much product, aren't you building anything? Because there's no place to send it. Okay. Are you telling me that this is full? The answer would be yes. Well, that's a good problem to have. I've got the stuff for one more storage locker. I think I'm going to make it so we can have more food. is. All right, now what was I doing? Going over here to check. Well, country lady, that's why it's called work. But it's Friday, yes. Tried the artificial ones, but they taste chemically, and stevia is better. I get that. Splenda is our main go-to. I was doing... Oh, good grief. If I hadn't tried to think of how to say it, I could have said it, but no. I was using the pink stuff a lot, and went back to Splenda. Yes, we are going to play this again tomorrow. That's why I'm in here trying to gather up all the tungsten I can so I can build water purification systems to see if we can get it. Do I not have any water on me? Nary, not a bit. That's dumb. Yeah, that's kind of why I'm here. No water there. No water there. Let's just hope that I've got enough about me to fly back here to the train station, because there's water in there. Because some old man forgot to pick it up. Yeah, tomorrow is going to be the last time we're going to be able to play the beta, because the real DLC drops on Monday. And we're going to be here, or I am, I can't speak for everybody else, Monday night from 7:30 to 9, hitting it on the first day. Wow. Let me sort, because I want that to go quick as it can. let's go someplace you guys haven't seen that I found while I was playing and not streaming. Yeah, this is up on top of the dam, and you have a stuff to climb on, and that's going to say toxic water extraction 0 of 500. Yeah, somebody carved themselves out a place. That door won't open. And then the rest of the toxic area is right out here. And the only reason why I'm going down here is because I know that I've got stuff, habitats down here that I know that I can get to. And this toxic area was huge. 296 toxins, and that's pretty much the last of it right there on that hill. Oh, YouTube is telling me that I'm not producing any content, but I'm watching my own stuff and I can see it just fine, so that's weird. Now, what's going to make this difficult come Monday is the fact that we're starting from scratch. So, should be fun. But yeah, tomorrow is the last day of the beta, because once the real game comes out, the beta will be done. And this, if you fly on over this way, is where the prison and the other things were at that we were. That's the prison over there, and that's the lake and everything in the back of the part of the dam. Yeah, let's go home. Thank you, country lady. That's good to know. Yeah, should have Benny Hill music. Absolutely. Something I did that nobody else knows about is I put a farm with beans right on top of everything, along with the. And there was a pulsar quartz meteor here the last time I played, but there's not even the quartz sitting up here. I got most of it. There was one piece I couldn't see that was under a rock, but no, I'm mainly here to do nothing more than build the stuff to do water collection, toxic water purification, and to do toxic water purification. Oh, I just did the wrong thing. There it went. The high-end toxic water collection is a tungsten rod of purification to go in a plastic rod. I wonder, what is that? And we've got a fair amount of those, but we don't have a lot. Let's see here. Harvesting robot. Automatically harvest organic items around based on its location. Use the map with the Tier 2 map information rocket to see where to place it. Okay. Okay, I can do that. I've got one of those, and I'm going to need 3 of these. No, we're going to be playing Monday night from 7:30 to 9. Or that's my plan, let's put it that way. And now, let's go to the map and see where the mushrooms can be had at. Well, that's pretty much the edge of the map. Mushrooms, mushrooms, mushrooms. There's the quarry. There must be toxins under the rail of some type. Why is there a toxin symbol there? Well, that's not good. I'm going to go out here and throw this thing down and see just exactly what it'll let me do from right here. Impossible to build until you've reached 45 GTI. Oh, what? What a load of crap. Well, Shaman, I'm sorry. I just wanted to get in there on the first day that it was available. And however, the next one after that will be on Saturday morning. Let me see. I don't see mushrooms there either. I realize there's no worries, and we should do that. However, we also like having you here. You know, playing isn't what trips my trigger. It's the interaction with other humans. You being one of them, and one of the important ones. However, we're all you know, important. Bee larva, beans. Yeah, that whole food thing has... Made in the new crafter thingy. Well, I just looked there and I didn't see them, but that's all right. See, I've got 40 minutes to go look. So and I think, well, right there's one. We'll take that. We'll take that. I'll try and double stream if I can. Yeah, and they also in this new update has changed the what it takes to make them. I'll go look again once I get through being a loot goblin. But I know they're out here in odd spots in the world like that. However, I'm gonna... I still can't build that, you idiot. I think I'm also going to go and fly down the train tracks through the mountain and see what's toxic down there. I have to admit, it's a good looking base. And yes, I just gave my water up. Don't say anything about that. Pristine mushroom unlocks at 350 GTI. We got a long way to go. Toxic frog and purified water. But we aren't even into animals yet. Wow. Let's see, atmospheric purifier at 500. T4 atmospheric purifier at 50. And then the detox tree. Yep. Come on. Boy, that was a big old lag. Let me look over the hill here and see how green that water looks down there. Still pretty green. As the train whizzes on by. Whoop, come on. Whoops. Okay, that's what I wanted to do because I could see there was mushroom up here. I don't, yes, I do need to go in there. If I die, I've got to come back to something. snuck a piece of goo in here when they updated. Lore. Legal release. I hereby consent to participate in the Planet Crafter program as its first colonist. I certify that I will do everything necessary to terraform the planet on which I land, using technologies at my disposal and the resources available there. I understand that the conditions of my current sentence have been modified accordingly. I've noticed that all the messages in this game have no year on them. I'll take that just because. Spacesuit Blasto. They're all making me nervous. I see both sides as equally bad. I'm glad our research center is here, isolated from them all. I'm glad I chose to work on this program, but would have preferred to work elsewhere, even though I understand now why they decided to make us work here. I'm going to take that just because. But I got to be getting back to a habitat, even though I could build one. Nope. Don't need that. Whoa, that was a... $15 of 200 extracted. Nothing there. And although the doors were open, there was nothing there worth looking at. Interesting. That door's closed. I don't need aluminum or I would deconstruct that. This is a planet, a toxic planet. And this is just the early beta of it. The DLC actually comes out Monday. Boy, the hitbox on that was unusual. Don't need any of that. Oh, wow. Whoa. Holy buckets. Yeah, this is new, because this wasn't here before. I'm just hopeful I can get out of here and get to a habitat. Come on. Must fly faster. Lean forward in the foxhole. Yeah, I like the design of this planet too. I think they've done very well with it. It's definitely different, and the whole toxic stuff is a totally different thing. Must fly faster, because I'm about to run out of oxygen. Yep. How did I know? Come on, up, up, up. Yeah, I know. I think there's a habitat in here, but if there's not, there's that. Whew. That was close. That was way close. Oh, you dummy, you're giving your water away again. range was dynamite. You wouldn't have enough to blow your nose. Yeah, by the skin of my teeth, you're not lying. Still at 82%. I want to see whether or not they're still showing the toxic area inside the mountain, and they're not. That one little piece of goo was it. Yeah, and that was... Being as I'm inside, I've got to go take a short, go AFK for just a second. I shall return. Oh, come on. Okay, I'm back. Now just get the controller back in my hand and go at it again. Oh, well, that wasn't good. I went on top of the... put some signage in here telling me where I was going and what I was doing, and it seems to be gone. I don't know. Okay, that's going back from whence we came. All right. Yeah, that sickening crunch. You know, lovely. They've put stuff in here and covered my sign up. Jerks. Disappears at 5. GPU purification. Well, that's lovely. What, I can't even get back there to press a cotton picking button. Okay, I'll play your silly game. And there's more water to purify. Yeah, they've changed this. Oh. Disappears at 5. GPU purification. Yeah, that's... All right then, I'll fly back from whence I came. That makes me happy that I put transporters in, because I know I can still get back in there, but wow. That's what it looks like it would take to get back in there. Let me pick that up, because that tells me that we've got a bunch of stuff that's full up. Don't really need any of that. I'll take the animal food just because, but oh, come on. Oh, I tried. But maybe I can still go there. Hmm. Okay, nothing on this platform. Couple of crates. Might go put up another purification rocket right before the end, because I think I've got the stuff to do that with. I know I was trying to get into the upper levels of this one the last time we played, and it wouldn't even let me. So it makes me wonder, yeah, it wouldn't even let me think about getting on the top of that. Okay. We already have explosives. What's a little flamethrower going to hurt? True. Let's duck in here. Purification rocket. Purification gel, 2 plastic polymers, and a tungsten. Excuse me. See if it'll let me blueprint anything. Well, it did, but it didn't exactly tell me what it was. Okay. I knew that it might come to that. Darn it. What does a purification gel take? Purified water, purification capsule, and a pristine mushroom. Well, that went well. Let's see here, now that it's 9:30, thereabouts. We're at 221 MPU for purification. We have 1,640 areas of toxic goo cleaned up out of 2,000, and we have 26 out of 32 toxic areas cleaned, for a global planet purification percentage of, ding, 82%. And we're roughly 31% into insects. And I forgot to unpin my rocket. Darn it. We're full up on mutagen. Won't let me stick that in there, but it'll let me stick it in here. We've got plenty of eggplant. We've got mushrooms. The only thing we don't have growing over there is squash. So that would be the thing to get growing, even though we've got a little squash. That way, if something happens and we need squash, it's growing, albeit slowly. Because I've got beans growing on the roof, I could make both of those into squash, but boy, the food production has taken off. Well, considering that I set out to do nothing more than collect stuff for tomorrow, that worked out. Nope, don't need that. Need that. All right, this is where we're going to leave it, and we will be back tomorrow morning, and Country Lady should be with me. So let's get a save going, because we can, because we've come too far to screw that up. All right, I hope you guys have a good day. Thank you all for being here and watching. 8 concurrent views, 18 views total, unlike the last time that was 170 views. Nice. All right, tomorrow morning, 8. I'm scheduling it right after I get out of here. That way everybody will have time to know. And like I said, Monday we are going to be playing the DLC. The only thing that'll keep me from being here about 7:30 is if the download is enormous, or when I go to purchase it, it gives me trouble. I'll put out a message in my Discord if it comes to that. Thank you, Shaman. Thank you, Mayhem. Darlene, glad you were here. Country Lady, see you tomorrow. All right, then. That's where we're going to leave it. You guys